All right, great job today. We're going to do a quick recap. Everything is going to pancake, and here's what I would like you to concentrate on this week if you got time. Alrighty. So, first off, let's play our chords. Our A major. Work on going back and forth between the two. The whole purpose of this is to start stretching out your nodes so you're able to bend for your flats. The flat type of chords and the pointy type of chords. Sometimes you'll have a bar chord with a pointy and then a flat. A lot of jazz chords are weird in that way, like a flat chord with a pointy chord over the top of it. So, with our spider exercise, when we get to the C, or all the way up here to the A, you can see how playing the A flat would incorporate the C sharp, the A, and the E. If you take A, B, C, D, E and get rid of your second and your fourth degree, you've got A, C, and E. If I were to play the A major chord with one finger, I would be able to play the C sharp, the E, and the A all together. A has three sharps. A has three sharps. One sharp is F sharp, one sharp is C sharp, and one sharp is going to be G sharp. So, when I go through A, I have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then it resolves back to my A. That's the same type of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do that we're going to be discussing today with our actual scales. So, just besides working on all of our chords that we played and playing them in a different fashion, therefore to accessorize all of our fingers where we want to and get comfortable moving our digits independently of themselves. So, we've got our spider exercises, and if we stop on the third fret and we play C with our third finger and then play an open D, play an E at the second fret, a half step to an RF using the right fingerings, open G, second fret for the A, open B, and then first fret for the C. You can see that we have our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. On the right hand, you're going to want to be doing a downstroke and an upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke while going through this. It's called alternating picking. You could also practice doing just that by going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on each string individually. This will help you get accustomed to how far away each string is, and when you go down through a note, you'll notice that you go through it and you'll hit the string right next to it. It's called a dead string mute, and what happens is you figure out the micrometer, the distance between each one of these strings, and it helps give a little bit more precision, helps with dynamics down the road. So, this scale moves to this scale. That was with our third finger. If we play our scale with our second finger and we concentrate on the second, third, fourth, and fifth frets, we will see that the C, D, E, F, G, A, and then the weird one, B, is going to be our seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it resolves to the C. So we have D, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. What we're going to want to do is play these in multiple different ways. So we could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the E, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, up and down. Or we could do them in phrasings of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which gives these duration a half note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each note has 2 beats. Or play quarters up and down, alternating with your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Or 4 notes as a quarter, but play the quarter notes in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Either way you do it, as long as you're using the right fingers on the right frets, it's all going to build muscle memory and help for muscle retention. So when we're playing the C major and we go to the C7, you'll be able to hear that B as being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that C7 will make a lot more sense to have the B here or the B up here. Doesn't matter. Either way, you could have one on top of the chord or below it, and those are just different interval arrangements, which tend to have the ear go towards the lowest or the highest note. We'll explain that later about frequency and how they actually resonate and vibrate later when we're getting into alternate types of chords and phrasings. Other than that, the cage system leads you to believe that the A, if you were to play the A right here and go up a half step, that's a B flat, a B, C, C sharp, D, so on and so forth. When moving up the fretboard, you're sharpening, right? So when we're doing this C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, the next scale doesn't use the third finger, the second finger as the starting tone, but rather the first finger. We're going to be concentrating not on the third and below frets with the open one, the 4 to 5 frets with the secondary, but we're going to be focusing on the 3 to 7 frets using the whole stretch. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. We're going to bring our first finger up here to get the 4 into a half step into our resolution. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's type 1 of playing the 3-note scale. Type 2 is not to use the second finger and to omit it and use the third finger. Having 1, 3, 5. I'm sorry, 1, first finger, third finger, fourth finger. First finger, third finger, fourth finger. Second finger, third finger. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So the idea is you're not just going to want to do it one way, you're going to want to do it multiple ways, because when you start seeing how the different modes, 1, 2, 3, 4, raising your fourths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flattening your seventh, or just keeping it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, will change the difference between your Ionian mode, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Or the Lydian, which is the C major, D minor, E minor, F major. If you were to play the C major, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and not stop there and keep going, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, you would see that dropping one note at the beginning and adding one note at the end gives you a different mode. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D becomes Dorian. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E becomes Phrygian. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F becomes Lydian. And if you don't hear them next to each other, they actually make more sense. So if you did never hear me playing a major chord and all you heard was this, you would say, oh, that doesn't sound like do, re, mi, fa. It sounds like do, re, mi, fa. It's a raised fourth. With my fingers, when I start on the first and go to here, that would mean that I would have to move this up in that phrasing because I started with my first finger, because I would have had 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5. But in this case, with Lydian, I've got a raised fourth. So my first note, second note, third note are the same, but now my fourth note is no longer an F. It's an F sharp. There's a big difference. Do, 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 do. So an Ionian major scale is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. A Lydian C major scale is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That difference of that fourth step is the bee's knees, and you'll be able to tell that when we're doing more chordal structures and playing stuff over the top. I know this is getting a little long, so I'm going to go to the last part of the lesson. We need to start playing all of our chords in different fashions. So our D would be played in a secondary. The way you do is take your first finger off, put your second where your first was, put your third where your second, and bring the pinky onto the fretboard. Each one of the chords we play can be played in a multitude of different ways. To help with the strengthening of these fingers while using your spider exercises, you're just going to have to grudge through it. Try and maybe use some Tiger Balm on here as a salve and a rub-in, CBD if you're comfortable with that. Other than that, you just want to alleviate a little bit of the muscle tension that you have. You could also soak your hands in some salt water, which helps to do that as well. If we keep moving at this, these scale exercises of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All of those done in that manner, if you do them in 3-note intervals or then 4-note intervals and then 5, they tend to actually become part of your platform or your basis for soloing. Hence, when I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, I'll probably do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. in that fashion. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Doing 4 notes per phrasing. If I did 2 notes per phrasing, I'd have C, D, D, E, E, F. Or I could have, let's say, 1 note, 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. And then, no matter where you do it, these phrasings are always going to make a major Ionian, because the whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step always will make the tones that fall directly on there where your fingers are, depending on the fret that we are on. Alrighty. Loving what we're doing here. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. I'll get back to you this week. Other than that, I will see you next week, and let's maybe focus on a song. Paul Simon's